Halfway There. A story written and narrated by Jurri Shank and
Kylie Shank.
Kylie walked down the street to the playground and held her hand in her dad's. They continued through the neighborhood and passed many houses. Kylie asked,
Want to go down the slide with me?
Sure, said Dad.
Want to push me in the swing too, Dad?
Of course. Do you want me to make you fly to the moon? I can push you really hard.
No, Dad. I want to go to Saturn. It's my favorite planet, you know.
Dad just smiled and they arrived at the playground. Tons of kids were there and the activity was quite intense. All the children were running around and having such a great time. They loved every minute, every second of play.
Dad! Look at me! Do you see me? Do you think I'm the most amazing astronaut?
Kylie was up high at the tower of the playground's castle. She popped her head out of the circle window and smiled. She was so happy. Kylie, you are an amazing astronaut. She hopped up and down and headed for the slide. She was a bit too fast, and she suddenly slipped on a piece of the metal slide and fell. She went headfirst down the slide. She cried out for help.
Help!
Dad ran as fast as he could and caught her on the slide, picked her up, and held her in his arms. She cried badly. Dad rocked her in his arms to calm her down.
My arm, Dad, my arm!
Dad carried her to a park bench and looked her over. Her arm had a road burn rash on it because she fell and rubbed against the slide's metal. It was bright red. Dad quickly grabbed his water bottle and poured the cold liquid onto it. Kylie grabbed the hole tighter onto her dad.
Oh.
It's okay, little one. You just had a nasty fall. It's okay. Kylie stopped crying and held on to her father. Dad continued to rock and cradle her. It got quiet for a moment.
Dad, you still think I can be a great astronaut and get to Saturn? I want to build a house on its rings and live there forever.
Yes, Kylie, you can do whatever you wish, whatever you want. I will support you. Kylie looked up into her father's eyes. She still had big teardrops in them.
Will you come with me to Saturn? I want to make a cake for your birthday there. We can see all the stars and talk to the aliens. They can have cake too.
Of course I'll come. I'd love to have cake with aliens. Kylie smiled and got her energy back.
Let's go to the swing, Dad. You can push me to Saturn.
Kylie was now feeling much better. They got up and ran to the swing set. But all the kids were using them. They had to wait. Kylie was not happy.
Dad, we missed the launch again. We have to wait until Saturday.
She looked up to the sky and squinted her eyes.
I think the weather delayed us.
But just at that moment, another mom across the way called for her kids on the swing set. Two little girls immediately swung up high and jumped off. They flew through the air and landed on the sand. Kylie squealed in delight and ran to take an empty seat. Dad ran too and got into position. Kylie kicked her legs and tried to get started, but couldn't make a move.
Dad, push me to Saturn. It's countdown time. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
Dad started to push.
No, Dad, too soon.
He stopped.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off!
Dad stepped back and gave her a push. Kylie squealed in delight.
Whee! Dad, we're going to Saturn. I can see the moon. I can see the stars. Are you coming?
I'm right behind you. Dad stretched out his arms to his side and zipped around like a space shuttle. He made engine noises with his mouth. Kylie loved it.
We're gonna make it, Dad.
Kylie kicked her feet and swung back and forth. Dad pushed here and there and kept the momentum.
Dad, what is across the Milky Way? How far far can we go? All the way?
It's many light years across the Milky Way. It would take a long time to reach the other side.
Will you go with me? Anywhere?
Of course, anywhere. Kylie smiled.
Even halfway there?
Absolutely.
But isn't halfway there near the big black hole at the center? We would get stuck there forever.
Kylie, I will protect you from any black hole. We'd be fine.
Okay, let's go to Saturn instead. I still have to make you cake for your birthday.
Still swinging, they were having a great time. Kylie kept looking into the sky and saw the faint crescent moon. She got even more energy and kicked even more.
Booster engines ignite! It's time to go to the moon, and then Saturn, or even halfway there. It's time for my dad's birthday.
And with one big kick, Kylie swung back and pushed her body out of the swing. Just at the moment of the highest point of the swing, she flew through the air and sailed. Dad's eyes opened up wide, and he ran as fast as he could and miraculously caught Kylie in his arms. Kylie laughed in delight. Oh, Kylie, tell me first before you do that. I don't want to take you to the hospital. Kylie pouted.
But I thought we're going to Saturn.
Dad stopped and smiled. Right, we're going right now. Dad placed Kylie on the ground and started to run back down the sidewalk. Kylie ran after him. Together, they held out their arms like wings and made rocket noises with their mouths. In their imagination, they flew up and off the ground and into the sky, far high into the clouds and above the Earth's atmosphere. They passed the moon, past Mars, past Jupiter, and then to Saturn. They sat in a wonderful, cute house sitting on the rings of Saturn and had cake with aliens. It was Dad's best birthday ever.
Inceptio. We did it together.
We did it together.